Dear friends, let us begin with next article from the topic number 3, and that is analysis of common collector amplifier. Friends, in the last lecture we studied the analysis of output. So that is the reason why we can call this as a common collector amplifier. This configuration is also called as a emitter follower configuration because we are taking output across emitter, and this output follows the input. That is the reason why it is also called as emitter follower amplifier. In this case, and also it couples output signal to the measuring device. To adjust the operating point of this particular BZT in a proper region, that is in the active region, so that it is going to act as an amplifier. The biasing resistance RB is connected between base and that of ground. That provides fixed amount of base current to flow through the base of transistor Q, which will adjust the operating point in the active region. Here emitter resistance Re naturally used as a load resistance across which we are going to take the output. So this forms the common collector configuration as an amplifier. The small change in input voltage produces the change in base current that flows to the base of transistor Q. It will causes large change in emitter current, which will develop the voltage across emitter resistance, and that's what you can call it as it is the amplified output voltage. And hence this circuit is going to act as an amplifier. Let us see its description. Here collector is common for input and output. Input signal is applied between base and collector. Output is taken between emitter and collector. The supply voltage VBB forward biases base emitter junction, and VCC a reverse biases collector base junction. The capacitor C1 and C2 blocks DC and allows AC at the output. This circuit is also known as emitter follower circuit. Friends, here the role of VBB and VCC is played by means of an VEE. Role of both VBB and VCC will be played by means of a single supply voltage, that is VEE, connected to the emitter terminal. Friends, to perform the analysis of this particular common collector amplifier, which will be divided into two parts. One is a DC analysis and second one is the AC analysis. In DC analysis, AC source is reduced to 0 and capacitor C1 and C2 are made open circuited. to get new resulted equivalent circuit. That is, we have removed the AC signal that is provided for its input, and we also open circuited capacitors C1 and C2 in this particular. We have open circuited this and we have removed this. So resulting circuit simply consists of supply and that of the emitter is biasing resistors, and output is to be taken across the emitter resistance RA through which the emitter current IE that flows. By applying the Kirchhoff's voltage law, this particular loop we can get VEE equal to IARE plus IARB upon beta plus VBE. IARB upon beta plus VBE. Transferring VBE to the left side, we can get VEE minus VBE equal to IARE plus IARB upon beta. Therefore, I is equal to VEE minus VBE upon RE plus beta upon RB. By taking, obviously, IE common through this, and then we are going to obtain the value of IE as a VEE minus VBE upon RE plus RB upon beta minus VE upon RE plus RB upon beta. VEE minus VBE upon RE plus RB upon beta. That's equal to VEE upon RB plus RB upon beta. This is because the value of VBE is very less. Hence, it is going to be neglected. So that's how we can calculate the emitter current IE. This is the output current that flows through the emitter resistance. If emitter resistance RE, then output voltage developed is IE into RE as far as common collector amplifier configurations are being considered. Friends, now we have to go for the AC analysis of BJT in common collector configuration. In AC analysis, as usual, DC source is reduced to 0 and capacitors C1 and C2 are short circuited and transistor is replaced by means of its small signal equivalent model. So original circuit is reduced to this. Here supply voltage is reduced to 0 and it is shorted to ground. Collector is shorted to ground, whereas both the coupling capacitors are removed and those are also made to be short circuited respectively to the ground. This forms DC equivalent, AC equivalent circuit of the common collector amplifier. This is obtained from this original circuitry. We are removing VEE or VCC. We are removing C1 and C2. They are short circuited to the ground and the resulting circuit obtained will be like this. This BJT is now replaced by its small signal equivalent model. So that is what this is the equivalent model which we replaced. This is base, this is the emitter, and this one is collector. Collector is grounded, which is as in the original amplifier. RB is its biasing resistance. Vs is the input signal to be amplified. Rs is the internal source resistance which are already existing in previous cases. All these parts are taken to be as it is. Only this BJT is replaced by its small signal model. Beta IB is the current source across which RE and RL are going to be connected. RL is in parallel with that of RE. This forms the AC equivalent circuit that can be used for the purpose of analysis. Base current is the input current, VI be the input voltage, VO is the output voltage which is taken across the load resistance RL, I is the current that flows through the emitter terminal across which we are going to take the output. From this particular equivalent diagram, we are going to calculate input resistance Ri, output resistance Ro, current gain Ai, voltage gain Av and the power gain Ap. So just to proceed for that, the first parameter to be calculated is input resistance. If you look to that particular diagram, input resistance is a parallel combination of Rb and Ri. But Ri is equal to beta into Re plus RL. That is equal to beta RL because Re is very small. And RIS equal to Rb parallel to beta into Re plus RL. So which is equivalent with beta into Re plus RL, that's equal to beta RL, that's equal to beta into capital R. So this is the input resistance that we obtained. Output resistance Ro is RL parallel to Re plus Rb parallel to Rs upon beta. For RL greater than Re, we can write Ro is equal to simply Re plus Rb parallel to Rs upon beta. So this is the output resistance which is obtained from that particular equivalent circuit. Current gain, it is a ratio of output current to the input current. So output current is I, input current is IB. Therefore we can write it current gain is equal to I upon IB. But I is equal to IB plus IC. Therefore we can write current gain is equal to IB plus IC upon IB. Which by simplifying one can get it IB upon IB, it is a 1 plus IC upon IB. 1 plus IC upon IB, it is a beta. So current gain is equal to 1 plus beta, and approximately we can say it is equal to beta. Now voltage gain, it is a ratio of output voltage VO to the input voltage VI. By definition, one can get AB is equal to VO upon VI, but VI is equal to IB into RI. We have RI which we already calculated. That is IB into beta into Re plus RL. We know the value of Ri. And VO is equal to I into RL. That's equal to I is equal to beta IB. That's why we can write VO is equal to beta into IB into RL. Whereas VI is equal to beta into IB into Re plus RL. Put these values of VO and VI in the equation of the voltage gain so as to obtain AB is equal to beta IB RL upon beta IB into bracket Re plus RL. Beta IB will cancel and we can write only RL upon Re plus RL. That is approximately equal to RL upon RL and that's equal to 1. We are aware that in case of emitter follower or in case of common collector, voltage gain is unity. So that's why here also we are obtaining the value of voltage gain as 1. Now friends, the power gain, it is the product of voltage gain into current gain. We have the current gain beta, voltage gain is 1. So that's why the power gain AP is equal to current gain into voltage gain and that's equal to 1 into beta and that's equal to beta. So this is how one can calculate the parameters of amplifier, especially in common collector configuration. Friends, almost all we have analyzed all the 3 types of amplifiers. For common collector configuration, we can say it has a high input resistance that is 20 to 500K. It has a low output resistance that is 500 to 1 kilo ohm, 50 ohm to 1 kilo ohm. It has a high current gain. It has a unit voltage gain. Power gain is less. No phase change that occurs here also. it is same as that of common base. Friends, almost all we have completed the analysis of all three type of amplifiers, that is common emitter, common base and also common collector amplifiers, from the point of view of DC supply as well as from the point of view of AC supply. Now we are going to compare all these three analysis together in the title known as Comparison of C, CB and CC amplifiers. We are comparing all these three amplifiers from the point of view of their respective parameters, which we have already calculated. The first parameter is input resistance. For common emitter amplifier, input resistance is the moderate and that is equal to beta Re. For common base amplifier, it is the lowest, that is equal to simply Re. For common collector amplifier, it is highest and that's equal to 1 plus beta into Re ideally. But practically we can make it equivalent as beta Re. Then output resistance is equal to RO, and for common emitter configuration it is a moderate, that is as good as equal to RC. For common base configuration it is highest, that's equal to RC. For common collector amplifier it is the lowest and that's as good as equal to RE. Current gain, and that is AI. For common emitter configuration it is a beta. For common base configuration it is the lowest, that is 1. Common collector configuration it is a 1 plus beta, it is highest. Voltage gain, for common emitter amplifier voltage gain is highest, that is RL upon RE. Common base amplifier it is high, RL upon RE. Common collector amplifier it has the unit voltage gain. The power gain of common emitter amplifier is the highest. For common base amplifier it is a moderate. For common collector it is the lowest one.